Hello folks, hope you're all doing okay. I've done that thing again today where I just sort of get on with it and completely forget about the camera. So I thought I'd better take a pause and bring you out to have a look. Work has commenced, let's say that. So yeah, it doesn't look that much different at the minute, but apparently we own a crane, which is interesting. There are two parts of it. I'll show you that in a sec. So I've done the first sort of test jack, if you like. These are the bottle jacks that were picked up the other day. I've got 4 of them, 10-ton ones. Didn't have 20-ton in stock. What can you do? But that one alone just lifted this up 4 inches and didn't even break a sweat. It was just like jacking up a car. So obviously that's not staying like that. It was just sort of a test to see if I could do it, and yeah, that was completely collapsed on this rotten wood here, and it was maybe, if I can do it with my finger, so that's there now, the bottom, that was down there somewhere. So it's shown that I can actually do it. However, by lifting that up, what I've discovered, which I should have known anyway because it's kind of obvious, but under this floor we have beams going across like this, and obviously those beams are also sat on shit right now and we need to access them. In other words, this whole floor's got to come up, which is great. There's the other piece of our crane or whatever it is, some kind of pulley crane thing. It's kind of cool though. But yeah, so what I'm doing at the minute, this pile was up here, I'm taking that out, putting as much of it as I can in the back of the workshop, and I'm just pretty much going to clear all this out and then start trying to rip up the floor, which is going to be interesting.
You're up in the sky, I'll carry you home, home to the mountain near. And soon, my friend, you'll see them again, the ones you left behind, the ones you left behind. And I'll sing for you all the way home. But why does it feel like home isn't home? I've been in this war too long. It's in the air that I breathe, oh, it's in the tree. It shivers down my spine.
Okay folks, today has been the day that I've been shitting my pants about since we arrived here. Apologies in advance, I've filmed nothing today, for the simple reason that I needed 100% brain attention on what I was doing next door, you know, trying not to die, ultimately. The bottom line is, the barn is now in the air, if you like. I'll show you. So yeah, however many tons of barn we've got going on here, see I took up the rest of the floor, but it is now being supported essentially by car jacks. Now these blue ones are 10 tons a piece. This building, it's fine, they're not straining at all. I don't know why I thought I needed 20 tons. That would have given me 80 tons of power. But yeah, we are working. I don't know if you can tell, but the slope, well, put it this way, see the light under there? When I started the day, that beam there, that end beam, was on the ground. So we've gained I don't know, maybe 25 centimetres so far. There's still a little way to go. You remember I said that the centre posts, I thought they weren't structural. Well, as you can see, they weren't. I've got this one in there at the minute because I've actually repurposed it, and I've got a piece of timber attached to the side of it now with a jack on it, and it's just taking a bit of load on this beam just to assist with the sides. You can see it's pulled all the floor joists up now, so they are now off the ground as well. And these are all going to need blocking out. That's why I took the floor up. But yeah, bloody hell, what a stress. What a stress. You can see that roof line is pretty much straight. That one wasn't too bad anyway. So I've gone around the whole building now and jacked up all of the points. Again, you know, it looks like crap. It's temporary. But to give you an idea of how much I jacked it, you see the stairs, they were straight. So yeah, it's gone up a lot. If you go around here, you should be able to see I've got points sort of. I've basically attended to every single downward beam on this building. See all down here. It's come up a lot though. So basically this side of the building here, this was actually on the floor when I first started. You see how high it is now. But if we can get down here, I'll show you the roof line. It looks a lot better. But we've got a tiny little bit of a dip there. But other than that, it's pretty much there. And the door's actually closed now. I don't know if you remember those doors before. That was way down. So yeah, successful job. So yeah, the floor in here now is pretty much level. Jacked all of these beams up, put supports under them, got just whatever I could find basically. But I've put a new beam in here, so that's now holding that wall, and I've straightened it all out. I don't know if you remember, this was like a banana before. So that's now solid, and I've set this beam in here just as an extra support. I think what I'm going to do, because obviously that looks like crap, is put some angle bits in like that so it looks a bit nicer. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can really see the scale of how high I've come from in here. Again, this bit was on its arse on the ground, so that's come up nearly a foot, which is pretty mental. And that's the only casualty there. Got a bit of beam snappage, but I can fix that, no problem. Not too bad really, given the amount of stress I must have put it under. Obviously with everything being sagged and bowed for so long, trying to bend it back straight is going to really put it under load, so quite impressed that we only snapped one thing. I've just pulled up the soon to be hatch. So that was already cut out. It was a repaired spot, and I eyeballed that and thought, yeah, that's happening. So we're going to have stairs coming down to here somehow. I'll figure that out. And that'll give us access from inside to get up. But what we're going to do, this wall here, that goes into the wood room. So we're going to take some of that out and have it as a permanent opening. Because obviously that isn't going to be a wood room in there. I'm going to put a floor on it and have extra storage and maybe some workbenches, I don't know. So we're just going to have it open rather than a doorway, and then the stairs can come down and it'll be cool, I think. So I'm going to do that now. There we go, we've just almost doubled the garage space in like, what, 45 minutes? So yeah, I'm going to keep this Open plan garage. Hello everyone, welcome back to the homestead. I hope you've enjoyed that little series of clips before this. I just thought I'd come on at the end of this video and talk to you from the present, because all of that stuff's like over the last few weeks. So hopefully this video will be going out today when I record this. Yeah, I just wanted to connect with you a little bit and say hello. I know it's been a while since I've put a video on here, but as you can probably imagine, I've been kind of busy. You know, this thing is starting to move now. You can probably see behind me all of this going on in here. It's a bit of a tip, but yeah, I've been working a lot in this room. In front of me here, I don't think you've seen this yet. It's changed a lot since the first day that we came in here. But yeah, we're moving. We are moving. The barn is still on its temporary platforms at the moment, because we're waiting for stone and whatever else to do a proper job with the foundation. And once that's done, we can then move on to getting the floor in and just work our way up from there. So very excited, as you can imagine, and eager to get going with it properly. But for now, for the time being, my attention is focused on this little temple at the corner of the building, as this is going to be my special room. You know, every man's got to have a workshop, right? Yeah, this should be coming together pretty quickly in the next week, getting the insulation going in and walls going up and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I'll give you a quick whiz around the room, because if you remember however many videos back it was when I first showed this room, how it was basically like a stable. You know, you had the feeding trough and all of that, and now it's actually starting to look like a thing. But yeah, I'll leave you with a little whiz around this room. Just want to say before I go, massive thank you to all of the patrons for the continued support, and a huge thank you to all of our friends that we've made here in our short time being in this country, who have just made it absolutely amazing. You know, it wouldn't have been the same if it wasn't for them. So thank you to all of you. You know who you are. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Catch you in a bit.